HVAC, landscaping, plumbing, electrician. When the Four Nation lived forever, that was the avatar of the business broker until he vanished and leaving you with no chance but to find the business yourself. So here's how I would go about getting service-based businesses on your own. And these service-based businesses are hot in the market right now. So if you got them and you can sell them right off to a broker or sell them right off to some buyer really easily. They are high income, high quality, and they're very low maintenance if you had a good business. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get service-based businesses without using a broker, and you can do this all on your own. Or if you're a broker, you can just do this yourself and get yourself service-based seller. So let's go into it. It was 2 years ago when I started working for this company called Hammond's Pool, and it's basically just like any pool company. They provide service installing pool and selling pool product, and they were really profitable. Have a small team, but yet they were doing so much job that they were booked out for the next year. And again, remember this is only a seasonal businesses, so it only are popular in the summer, and they managed to fill up their calendar to be busy for the next couple of summers, and they were just getting jobs of building pool left and right. And I remember this when I was doing the cash register. They brought out this big stack of gifts. So these are gifts for their client, and these are not yet a client. So they're supposed to give out the gift right after they built their pools. And they had the stack about this big, and the card was about this thin. And I had to go through and sign each and every one of them, because what they do is they just have all of the employees sign each and every card as a thank you for working with them. So it's going through and just signing every one of them, and like till I get to the end, I think it was up to like 400 pools, and I turned to the owner and asked how far you guys booked out. So I was like, if I were to get a pool right now, when were you able to fill me in? And they were making so much profit that they said, if you want a pool right now and you're working with us, you probably be booked the next 2 years. And they also charge all these upsell services, which is like pool cleaner, pool vac, and all of these on their store to make extra profit. And often they just keep getting reoccurring revenues without putting that much in. And that is why I think that service businesses are really profitable right now, because no one want to do plumbing, no one want to do your electrical, or no one have the license to do so. So if you can get a team on your businesses, or you buy a business that have a team of fully licensed people, you can just let them do the job because they're licensed, and you can just sit there and manage the business and earn a high income for yourself. You know, I kind of want to hop on this new opportunities that I found, and obviously business broker is hot at the moment because a lot of people are retiring. Like there's a bunch of old people that have been running their businesses for years, and they just want to retire, which is why it's the perfect time for me to get the business broker niche. And at that time, I was working with a couple of other business broker, and they were again targeting what I thought they would target: service-based businesses. They were asking me to get landscaping lead, they were asking me to get HVAC lead, plumbing lead, and all of that. I really didn't know how to. I mean, I worked for them before, so I did have some idea of what type of people I want to talk to, what type of client they are working with. I had some decent idea of what they want and how they want to be approached. So it was a long journey. It was difficult for me to learn how to get service-based businesses one, I was inexperienced, and two, that industry was super competitive. And now I was getting like 16 services business a day from just like one SMS campaign. And mind you, I stopped counting how much client I'm getting because it was just doing it automatically at this point. So I'm gonna show you the tool, the outreach message, and everything that I use to get these service-based businesses. There are a couple of things you gotta think about. Service-based businesses are, one, if you're looking for commercial type, they are more professional. They don't want to be approached really random from just like cold call or SMS. They want to be approached via email because they are more professional. They just love being professional. So you could find them on LinkedIn. And what I would use to get those LinkedIn lead are LeadRock. So that's the tool that I use to get professional businesses. Something else you could do is Seamless AI. That it's just a private database. Apollo. Those are good for professional businesses, but Seamless and Apollo could just work for anything. So if you want to approach more on the commercial side of service-based businesses, then I would do just email, and once they're familiar with you, you can start doing SMS campaign as a follow-up. You could do cold call as well, but if they are, like I said, professional, they won't take as much cold calls because they are booked forever. So I would just stick with emails if you were doing commercial. But if you were doing more like local businesses that are still generating good money, but they just don't do much commercial, they do like residential and stuff, what I do is I would use something like a local scraping tool, Google Maps scraping, D7 scraping, and again, Seamless and Apollo. Those are always good option. But Google Map and Apollo, like decently small landscaping company, pool company, HVAC. So all of that, you can do that locally using these tools. And when you do outreach to these businesses, what I would use is cold call is number one, and SMS. Email would still work, but it's not the best. Never LinkedIn, because they won't be on their LinkedIn most of the time. So for example, when I was working for Hinton Pools, what they would be is they would just be outside and go out and about building pools or installing deck, doing all of that for their client. So they won't have time to be scrolling on LinkedIn, won't have time checking their emails. And most of the time, the only thing you can talk to them with is cold call because they're just always out and about. So what I would do is I would just use cold calling to reach out to these local businesses. And the time calling, if you do it in the afternoon, that'd be fine, but it could work in the evening as well. So that's basically all I would do if I was targeting local. And the thing, what you need to make sure you do is please try to get their cell phone number. So if you go through like an office line or something like that, they won't reply to you at all because they want to sell their businesses. If they do, then they want to be really, really discreet. So just please do me a favor and just do cell phone. And that's the best way for them to showing you all their information and showing some type of interest in selling. So once you have the lead list and decide what platform you're going to outreach them on, here's what to say. So it's very simple to say, hey, we have a couple buyer looking for this type of businesses. Would you be open to sell if it was the right price? Simple as that. And that's all you gotta say to get service-based businesses. Because one, it gets them thinking about the reason or the price why they would sell it. And then two, since you are speaking on the same terms, so once you know their price, you can speak on the same term as them. So that's pretty much it for what you gotta say, just that simple. And once you have a couple appointment already, here's are the qualification of a good service-based businesses. So this is just for you, you're starting out and you don't know what to look for in the service-based businesses. There are a couple things you look for. One, obviously their net income, and that's basically just from like asking them or seeing their financial. Two, make sure that their employees are licensed, because if they're the only one that licensed in that company, then if they sell their businesses, they won't be able to do any more job unless you have a license, but which will require you to work more, which sucks if you just want to be free. So make sure that all of their employees have license, and they have a couple of truck are already doing this, and there are evidence that the owner don't need to work as much, but they still get would get client. So that's pretty much it on how I would go through and get service-based businesses, outreach, platform, what to say, the qualification. That's all I do when I go to get the service-based businesses. So if you want me and my team to book you 5 to 10 appointment on the service-based business qualified business seller, then just let me know and book a call with me below. Other than that, later.